Today we're going to talk about how to build the culture of the team that you want. And I'm talking about from scratch, from the very beginning. And the reason this is forefront on my mind is I just started with a new group over the last couple of weeks. And I had to just do this because I had brand new kids that didn't know me from Adam. And I needed to start out on the right foot with a good culture. And I had to do this with them. I had been used to teaching my regular group, which I don't need to do that much of because they all know me and they've been with me for many years. And if I get new students, I get 1 or 2 new students. But it's totally different when you get 100% new students and they don't know you and it's a brand new program. You've got to inculcate a culture right at the beginning. You've got to set the tone. And this is how I do it. Number 1, I use a board. There's something about the visual that makes kids pay attention and that allows them to learn the information faster and remember it. So I always write it on the board. And I'll say to the kids, this group is all about respect, from the coach to the students and the students to the coach. The way I'm going to respect you guys is I'm going to push you and challenge you and teach you. I'm not going to belittle you, demean you, or insult you. You treat me with respect by doing the following. Coach says, student does. That means everything water polo related that I say, you do. If I tell you to put on your goggles, you put on your goggles. If I tell you to swim 25 yards freestyle, you swim 25 yards freestyle. If I tell you to jump up on the roof, you're not going to jump up on the roof because that's not water polo related. So everything water polo related, coach says, student does. Simple. And the third, look I and okay. When I'm coaching a student one-on-one, I need them to look me in the eyes. So I'll usually do this with one student as an example, and I'll have them look me in the eyes. And I'll say, now look at me. And they just lock in on me. And I say, while I'm coaching you, you're looking right at me. You don't take your eyes off me. I'm coaching you. I'm coaching you. I'm coaching you. When I'm done coaching you, if you've understood what I've said, you give me a loud okay back. And I'll have the student say, okay. They'll say, okay. I say, perfect. That's how it's done. That's if they've understood what I've told them. If they're confused about what I've told them, they don't understand, they don't say okay. They ask me a question. Those are their 2 options. Loud okay or ask me a question. They're not allowed to just stare back at me. I don't know what to do with that. They're also not allowed to say okay in a way that lets me know they're not okay. Like, for example, okay. That tells me they're not okay with my coaching. That's not acceptable. Has to be okay. Great. So, they treat me with respect. Coach says student does. Look I and okay. These 3 simple things will get you started off on the right foot. And this prevents a lot of issues coming up in the future. Because I've had kids that are challenging. And once you've established this, you can go back to this. So let's say a kid, you tell him to put the cap on. And they're like, I don't want to put the cap on. You say, well, coach says student does. Tough. And 9 times out of 10, that takes care of it right there. But if you don't have the coach says student does, now you got a little bit of a situation you got to deal with. I'm saying this gets ahead of a lot of those situations and makes your life so much easier. So, welcome to use this if you like. Let me know how it goes. And coaches, leave me in the comment sections some of the things that you tell new students to establish the culture on your teams. From Chiquatics Water Polo, see you next time.
Ain't never gonna quit or stop. And if I ever fall, will you pick me back up? I try to have my strength, but sometimes I need help. Got the Lord in the heavens and my friends on earth. I'll never ever stop when it's hard to try. Just like Mary Rose, I can be strong inside. Many people in this world suffer more than me, and I owe it to myself and everyone to be strong. Why should I smile if I'm not feeling quite right? Why?